Hey TI family, back with another live. Let me go ahead and post this. So I'm gonna talk about a few things. One thing that I don't even want to get into. Um, Brandon's back at it again. Evidently, he needs some of my attention. He just making up scenarios in his head. He just made uh, a video stating that I was going to meet somebody. And while we're on live, hold on. It's snowing out here. Um, hey guys, hey J Black. Brandon just did some videos, evidently needing some attention, and then he's sitting here making up scenarios and lying, stating that I'm making burner accounts. I had to make a burner account because I had 2 strikes on here. He already admitted I had a strike on here. Like, I'm tired. I have to break this down. Like, he's 2. But he's also got burner accounts so he can stalk me while I'm, engaging with other TIs and T-Lokes as well. He creates burner accounts to harass. It's just find something else to do. Like, he creates these scenarios in his head. He's like, yeah, man, yeah, bro, like, fuck her, that motherfucker. Like, first of all, you don't call a grown-ass woman a motherfucker. Excuse my language. You're not worthy of my time or my energy. So keep creating scenarios in your head to get some attention. You're not going to get any more attention from me. You're completely cut off and I'm blocking you out. And I believe that's the one who reported me and gave me a strike, which is possible. It's real sad that, instead of directing your anger towards the enemy, you direct it towards women and TIs. So get it together. And then he's sitting here, he made a comment, I deleted it because I'm not going to allow him on my page no more. Stating, I can't even remember what he said. Hold on, you guys, I'm trying to drive. Oh, stating, why don't you do something about it? You're always complaining about your tire. I am doing something about it. I'm exposing it. All you're doing is arguing, bickering, getting hostile. That's what they want. I expose it every day. Like, I'm not gonna get into a battle with Brandon. Like, he can do whatever he wants. Just leave me alone. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with him. Hey, you guys. Like, you're part of the problem. Get out of the way. Like, you're too hostile. You create drama and scenarios because you want attention. You're wanting a girl to pay attention to you, and then when they don't, because of your insecurities, you start calling them names. You start calling them crackheads, meth heads. You make fun of their teeth, talking about what you call it. What was their name? Sienna. Because she didn't want you to work, but you were jogging her hard. Like, I don't even want to bring out the past, but that's what insecure people or narcissists do. When they can't have, what they want, they start bringing them down and attacking them and harassing them. Like, this fool went back on my Facebook and pulled up a picture from 2012. And was like zooming in on it. Like, that was a long ass time ago. And that picture's posted publicly, so it didn't hurt me. But then he wants to start talking about somebody's looks when he doesn't get his way. Like, grow up. Like, some of us are dying out here. You want to stir up fights because you want a piece of ass. You know? So, like, I try to be your friend. I'm still not your enemy. I just can't make moves with you because you're too hostile and you like to argue a lot, and I won't argue with you. Then he made a video saying I was supposed to meet some crackhead in Florida or something. Nah, my family lives out there. I go to Florida to get away from my targeting. You can go through all my videos and see. I have family that lives out there. I've got a grandma, an aunt, and some cousins that live out there. And it's only a few hours from me. I go out there to seek shelter for my targeting. I'm not going out there to meet anybody. Like, he makes up these scenarios, and then he said something that me and another girl were trying to set him up. I don't even know what this dude is talking about. Like, he just makes scenarios in his head. I feel bad for him. Set you up with what? What am I supposed to? You're all the way in New Mexico. Why the fuck would I want you to come in? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So stupid. Like, get out of the scenario in your head and the drama that you're creating, and focus on the real issue. Anyways, you guys, my attacks are not as bad as they usually are in the mornings, but I'm in a lot of pain. They did something to me. They definitely microwaved me in my sleep. I woke up and you can always tell when you're being microwaved. Like, in the night, your face is swollen, your eyes are kind of swollen, you wake up with a lot of gook in your eyes. Hey, Raw Data. Yeah, I'm not anymore, Mary. I'm gonna leave it alone. Like, I had to block his other account. Like, he's childish. He wants to come in here and create scenarios and drama. Like, he wants attention. Like, I'll give you attention, but it'll be constructive. I'm not gonna give you the attention that you want to feed your ego and assist you with your insecurities. And then he sits there and he, talks shit about the way that I talk. I'm sorry, I'm educated. Like, you get upset that I speak, the way that I speak. If that bothers you, then, you need to reflect with yourself, not on me. I'm not the problem, obviously, because I don't bother you. You're bothering me again. I closed that door, what was it, like a month or two ago, and then he's back. Like, it's you who's the problem, it's not me. You gotta reflect on yourself. You can't be mad at me. You're the one who's upset, I'm not upset. So who's the problem? I appreciate it, Mary. Yeah, especially if you're a dude trying to step on a female, like, you gotta reflect. Why don't you go pick on a grown-ass man? That's my thing. You won't do that. You're gonna go look for the weak and pick on them. Like, go pick on a grown-ass man. He won't do that. He's gonna go after females because he feels he's insecure and probably feels, and it could be, the targeting. I think a lot of TIs go through that, where the targeting kind of makes them feel like they're not worthy. And I think that's kind of, part of it, but that's something that you got to fix. I can't fix it for you. And definitely, coming at me crazy is not going to fix it either. So it's best to start loving yourself instead of trying to have somebody else do it for you. Yeah, exactly. I'm not even going to talk about him. I'm going to let him do him. Let him figure it out on his own. He's still young too. He's only, I think he's like 27, 28. So he's still got growing to do with the experience of life. And see, if he gets offended by the stuff that I'm saying, then that's his ego. You know, he's battling his ego, so it's not my problem. There's nothing I can do. You know, he's still got growing to do. He's only 27, 28. When I was 27, 28, I thought I had it all figured out and I knew what I was doing. I look back from when I was 27, 28, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I even asked myself, what the hell were you doing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, raw data. I think it's up right now because of the frequencies, honestly. And people feel like, they have to have, the systems and this, that, and the other. And it's that time of the year around the holidays, dude. And I hate it how, it affects people like that. This is like the worst time of the year, especially with the economy the way that it is right now. It causes a lot of, you know, emotions to surface that I think too are kind of instigated by what's going on or influenced, maybe instigated. It sucks. I mean, I won't lie, my holidays weren't that bad. But I am definitely glad that they're over for sure, because I'll just be honest, everybody around me wants to celebrate it. But me, not so much. Like, I'd rather celebrate it differently. You know, everybody wants like the Christmas tree and all this other stuff, and I honestly wanted to go to like the beach or like up in the mountains and just chill like with nature and just let it be that way. But everybody wants to do it, we want this and that, the trees and lights and I'm like, it's so much stress. Yeah, raw data, absolutely. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't want to say forced to, but kind of, because my family, like, they're not going to change. So I kind of have to do things kind of on their terms to make them feel comfortable, because I can't force, anything on them. So it's like, okay, I'll buy you some we can buy stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it used to be fun, but now it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me because of my targeting or yeah, I feel you on that one. Like, really do. But I'm in a situation where I'm kind of like the backbone of the family. So I can't. And then I'll just be completely honest with you. Um, like, the Mexican side of the family, if you know the culture well, we're really tight. And, it's kind of hard to cut them off. But no, I get that completely. I wish that I could just walk away, but I can't. I'm the backbone. So and plus I have kids, so it's like, I can't cut off ties with family because my kids are still tied to them. So, they want to see their family, and it's a really difficult situation on my end. Yeah, it's really hard to cut ties with the Mexican side of the family. So it was, and that too, I'm grateful for. I will say that it was really hard for them to break up my family. Yeah. Morning, home slice. Yeah, see, a lot of TIs have it a lot easier than, I'm not trying to, hurt anybody's feelings, so don't get offended. But I think a lot of people have it a lot easier than some of us, like myself, who is a mom and, is kind of like the backbone of the family. Um, it's it's a lot harder for people like myself to be like, oh, I'm just gonna, leave everything behind and do what I want now. I know a lot of TIs who are lucky they get to travel and stuff like that and, do what they want. Me, unfortunately, it's hard. Hey, Wayne. All right. Oh, we got rain and snow over here. Good morning, Wayne. Hey, mi niña. Then. For Nana. For Jade. ¿Sí? Qué bueno. ¿Qué? Today I'm going to get it right now. Okay. Yeah, I'll go get it. Oh, really? Yeah, I've been watching. Um, I've got an earthquake tracker too that has a volcano tracker. I've been watching. Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, I think I'm trying to put it all on Russia. I think Russia just doesn't want anything to do with their shenanigans. I mean, can you blame them? I've just gotten to the point where I see exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it. But I've just gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Let them do their own bidding and let them just be stupid. I've just gotten to that point where if they want to create all these, whatevers and wars and stuff like that, I'm over it already because I want peace. And it's just like, man's going to do what they want to do. No, it's not. It's just a common cold. Hold on, let me find my Tylenol. Yeah, you got to keep in mind that they want to rid the idea of normal colds and viruses. It's a mind over matter. Hold on, I got Tylenol here somewhere. Okay, I thought I had some. Yeah. Dealing with some common colds in the household. Yay! ¿Qué quieres? Okay. Make sure you clean all that up, okay? Ay, mi niña. This is supposed to have strawberry crust. That's the favorite one that you like. Oh, see? Thanks, mi niña. Look what my daughter brought me. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter brought me these cookies. And then I also got naked smoothie. You did? Those are good. I'd share one of those cookies with all of you. All right. Yeah, I'd share a cookie with all of you. I promise. I'd give you the cookies before I eat one. Gator hotcakes. Oh, my daughter. Oh, Wayne, yeah, last night because like I'm so busy all the time. So I don't really get to cook like I used to, and because of my targeting, um, I'm unable to process and really concentrate. So um, I eat, basically off survival. Um, Unfortunately, processed foods. But last night, I had Mexican food from a restaurant called La Omeca, and it was like the best. It was camarones a la diabla. It was like the best shrimp that I've had in a long time. And I had horchata, which is like my favorite drink in the world. It's so good. Yeah, I used to, before I became targeted, we're still family orientated, but we used to have like dinners and stuff like that. But now, um, it's not the same. It sucks. It really sucks. I wish we could all get together and have like a real good home cooked meal. That would be awesome. Like a TI turkey day or something. I don't even eat meat, so I don't know. Yeah, I like camarones a la diabla. Pay knowledge. Yeah, that would be so good. But it was cool because I was eating with a family member. It was just me and them, and the meal was like $40, but it was put in this real pretty bag. Like the bag was full of food. They gave us all kinds of stuff in there. It was real dope because the people at the restaurant were really cool. They gave me like 2 big bags of tortilla chips with a bunch of queso and salsa. Like, it was cool. They gave me more than my money's worth. It was like a feast. I was like, oh shit. I opened up the bag and it was like covering the whole table. I was like, holy crap. TI potluck, exactly. That would be dope. I'm sorry, knowledge. Yeah, I'm gonna put my. Do we have a private chat? I'm gonna put my number in the private chat. Um, so if for emergencies, if you guys want to get in touch with me or need somebody to talk to help cope, because I know a lot of us. I'm also on a thing called Discord. So if any of you have Discord, you can go in the private chat and hit me up in there. And we can voice chat on Discord. I do that a lot to cope through the targeting, to keep my mind occupied. And I have, a group of TIs in there that are in the same situation as I am as far as targeting goes. So if you need somebody to, keep your mind busy or somebody, just a support team, there's a good one in there. A lot of them are high profile targets, where they've been experiencing this for quite some time. They've already been through the ins and outs, and they're basically at the point where they're just like, when is this over? It really sucks when you get to that point where you're just like ready to die. Bye, Wayne. Yeah, I heard the headphones work. Yeah, I would imagine I think they're called God, what are they called? They're these headphones that block out noise. I got a pair. A friend of mine, Richie Pill from the UK, sent them to me. They're like $14 and they block out noise. And they work pretty good. Really? They don't acknowledge? Yeah, then you must be at the point that I'm at, where they do a lot of, they force to do like all of that. It didn't work, really? Yeah, I heard it works for some TIs. I don't know, I think some of us, they just do like, I mean, for me, it's just a free for all, basically. It's almost like they do whatever they want. It sucks. Like, and then they do the demon BS. They'll play like reptilians, all this other shit, and then all of a sudden I'll hear one of them like in the V2K, like I don't know, just sounding real human and going, "What the fuck?" Like it's so stupid. I get tired of it, and then especially me being a female and I'm real sensitive. It's like, why would you do this to somebody? It's like, I say it all the time. It's like walking in the forest up to a fucking deer and yelling at it and screaming at it. Like, why the fuck would you scream at a deer? Like, it doesn't make any sense. They're the most harmless creature, in the fucking world, and you're just gonna walk up to it and scream at it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck walks up to a deer and screams at it? Like, it's so stupid. Yeah, slice. I agree. Yeah, all of our minds are different. See, my thing is I think they just like to target some people. I think they just like to prey on the weak. I really do, because I'm completely harmless and I'm a real sensitive being. And I'll be completely honest with you. I've seen some other females that are also targeted, and they fit that same, that innocent and completely harmless, real sweet. I think they just target the weak, and they make excuses to do it. Like, oh, you wrecked your mom's car when you were 15, and you got caught with marijuana when you were 20. It's like, okay, but you're probably over here fucking doing the fucking most. Like, there's no excuse. Like, and I like how those perps will come online and, talk about, what I knew what you did last summer. Well, so, like, what you're doing is wrong. What's your point? You know? Because, people have made mistakes, it gives you the right to fucking treat me like shit. No. And then they'll, pull it with their fucking profiles and personas. I dress like a lawyer, so it makes it okay for me to talk shit to you. No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't give you the right to treat people like shit. I didn't know you were a judge. And some of these pervs act like, they have a degree in criminal law because they'll do like background checks and shit like that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like I had one per or a troll. I don't know what their deal was, but they were like on Kevin Christian's, or they're like, yeah, he did this and he did that, and I'm like, okay, what's your fucking point? Have you never met humans? Like, yeah. Well, see, my thing is home slice is I'm just a really sensitive being. I mean, I stick up for myself. Don't get me wrong. Um, I know how to defend myself, but when you got a bunch of guys, they're like, "Wah!" I'm just like sitting here going, what do I do? It's literally like walking up to a fucking deer and screaming at it. Like, you're not just gonna walk up in the woods and scream at a female deer and tell her to fuck off and shut the fuck up. It doesn't make sense. That's like walking up to a baby koala and saying, fuck off, you're ugly. Like, it's not even doing anything. Like, well, they've ruined my inner voice and replaced it with some like angry Caucasian dude. Like, my inner voice was so sweet and like I could hear my inner voice and it was just so peaceful. And then now my inner voice is when I'm like, what the fuck? When I'm in, I'll just make an example. When I'm driving in the car and somebody like pulls in front of me, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'll hear it in my voice, what the fuck? And I'm like, that's not me. It sounds like a fucking gunnery sergeant in my head. I'm like, what the hell? So fucking hostile. I'm like, that is not me. Yeah, I don't know. I just gotta try to stay focused as best as I can. I mean, it's a constant battle for me, like literally every second of the day. My friend Richie from the UK sent me the headphones. I'm hoping I receive them today or tomorrow. Sorry, guys, my cough sounds so gross. It's all coming up now. Like, it's all in my chat. I'm just like, ugh. And then that sucks too is when I, went to work, of course I wore a mask and had hand sanitizer. But everybody around me, they heard me cough and they're like, is that COVID? And I'm like, you know, getting sick is normal. Um, you can't walk around being scared. That's what they want. You're allowed to get sick. It's not against the law. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I think that's, you know, a lot of it. I think most CIs are empathic. Yeah, knowledge. They've forced the engagement on me now, where one of them just wants to argue with me all the time. So I'm trying to make some peace with that and try to learn how to heal from that. So that way it'll be easier for me to just kind of walk away from wanting some kind of revenge. I think that's what keeps me, just speaking for myself, kind of engaged, wanting revenge and wanting to see them, fall on their face today. You, it's hard to heal from this, I will admit. Yeah, be surprised sometimes. I think we're pretty strong. We're probably the strongest people on the planet, to be honest with you. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's because they fallen and they can't get up. Yeah, my neck is so screwed right now, knowledge. If you only knew. I get the cracking in my neck. um, they make it's so weird. It's like cracking and I don't know. And then they want to like do some, I don't know, they're doing like the weirdest shit. Like I just give up. I don't care anymore. Like it's just demonic, like weird shit. They're like, we're here to harvest all your energy and suck you dry. And I'm just like, okay, that's normal. Like, it's so stupid. I'm just ready to get out of this world. Like they can have it. Like they're doing a number on my brain right now where I can't even explain it. It feels like I'm in another world. It's like, oh, here you go. We're gonna do this psychological weird shit, make you feel like you're not even there. How does that feel? It doesn't even make sense. I'm just like, leave my brain alone. And then they're like trying to do, I don't know, they're like, oh, my solar plexus, my heart chakra. I'm just like, can I get a break? Then they're like witches and warlocks. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not scared. It's like Harry fucking Potter in here with these fucking, Satanists and whatever. Excuse my language, you guys. If you know me, I curse like a sailor. It's at Southern Philly, New York. Sorry. If you have sensitive ears, please go to another video. I do curse like a sailor. I am working on it. I can't help it. I am human. Forgive me for being a human being. Now they're trying to do something where they're like trying to disconnect me from my energy source, my body. One of them is trying to work. He's like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. Like trying to disconnect me from my abs and my stomach. And I'm just here, like, whatever. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty sad that, you got to try to, take what's not yours. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to go with you. You're dirty. Yeah. Yeah, it does some slays. It's ridiculous. Like today, I'm gonna go shopping. They don't want me to go. They don't want me to catch a vibe at all. They oppress me from catching any kind of vibe. And they are on me like stink on shit. I don't know. Yeah, they don't want me to do anything, have any fun. Yeah, home slice. Oh, they love me. Yeah, they should have never came in here. I'm their worst fucking nightmare. Like my brain never fucking stops, and I dissect everything, and I could see right through it, like all the bullshit. If you put a person in front of me, I'm like, I know where you've been, and how you got there, and when you went. And then anything that I think of, they're taking it into a literal context where they're making it happen with the intent to harm. So if I think, for example, they're stealing my energy, all of a sudden they start stealing my energy. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just having a thought. That's all I'm having is just a thought. It's just a thought. That's all it is. No need to freak out. And then, like, when I look in the mirror now, they want to take my mind somewhere else. Like, it's not, I don't know, like, they're trying to get me to disassociate, but I'm not letting that happen. And then they're trying to get me to look at my stomach, even. Like, they're trying to take all my energy away from me. It's all programming. I think they're, about to get caught. Like, it's going too far. This is getting out of control. And they think, like, everything is theirs. They own nothing. They should know the rules of this world. You own nothing. I don't care if they are the ones who created it. If that's true, then they created it for just this. Because they can't own nothing. They have to manipulate in order to own something, and a sense of owning, I guess you could say. I don't know if that makes sense. But for a manipulative being to exist and remain in power, they present ideas. If you accept the idea, then the way that they look at it, they view it from a karmic kind of standpoint. Unfortunately, that's how they work. Unfortunately, so. I need deodorant. So, yeah, I think that's where we're at with all this, dealing with basically just parasites is what it seems like. The only way I can define it, even if they are human, it's very parasitical. A human being should be allowed to be in their state of being, especially a woman. I'm, as a female TI, a woman TI, they like to demonize, to break her down. I think, for either, the control of the idea of her, and for, energy also. Very selfish beings. Very, very selfish. Very selfish. It's sad. Mm. Well, what I was talking about was the archons, who like to look at themselves as like gods, but they're not. They're actually parasites. You're not even supposed to use the word archon because that's what they want to be called. They're actually just parasites. They're probably like the worst thing to encounter. The evil ones. Yeah, but these humans evolved. I mean, it's sad what they do. But I just feel like I'm being thrown away. And my love is just, it's incredible what they've done. Am I upset? Very much, because it's none of their business, and it's sad what they've done, and they continue to do the most. Like even right now, they're attacking my nervous system, and it's just sad, and they want to get away with it. That's the saddest part. I feel like these criminals, they've got some criminals in here that are just, I'm just going to be honest, just nobodies. And, I'm being destroyed by a bunch of nobodies. For their, need of possibly materialistic BS. And that's what they consider freedom, But to be free is to be in spirit. They're very ignorant. If the only way they can be free is to buy, a mansion and materialistic things, then, that's what kind of life is that? You'll never be free. Even if you're somebody who has nothing and you live in a fucking hut in the middle of nowhere, like you have more freedom than the freedom that you're looking for and seeking. Will never be free, because then you'll just have to go and do this to somebody else when the well runs dry. And if these aren't criminals, trust me when I say, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be careful with their financial, whatever. They'll always be looking for an scapegoat. Always. So they'll always be looking for, the easy way out, and a scapegoat, that financial gain. And they'll never be satisfied or happy, ever. And the fact, knowing that any financial gain they receive off of something like this, it's just blood money. I mean, you're cursed. Like, and you're gonna give that to your family, and they really need to get their heads out of their ass. I'd rather starve. I'd rather live under a bridge. And then they try to force it on me. Like they're doing this thing to my brain right now where they're trying to do the most, you know? And I don't care if it is the military. Like there's no justification to harm anybody that's done nothing to you. You know, an innocent individual or civilian or person or animal or, you know, innocent. Like, why don't you go after pedophiles? Like, they've got this thing on the back of my neck and they got like a whole do inside my body where they're doing the most and trying to force the idea, we're taking your soul. Project Soul Catcher. And they think, like, I guess, you know, the world's like scared or whatever. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of somebody who chooses to hide, you know. I think they've always had it, home slice. I think they've always had it, to be honest with you. I'll see these people in Hollywood, these celebrities where I'm telling you, I've seen it where they look so beautiful and then all of a sudden they look like they went on a crack binge. I think that's a product of the torture, honestly. I think, you know, they might have stepped out of line or whatever. Like these parasites, I'll just make a perfect example. They can only copy, mimic, paste. That's all they can do. They can present the idea of you. Basically, it's like, I got your nose. You can have it back if you do this. It's like, I'm still complete and whole. I don't need you. The only thing I need you to do is die. Like, I don't need anything from you. I don't need anything from any of them. They have nothing for me. They could sit here and promise me the whole world and all the money in the world, and I would throw it back in their faces. If they offered me $1 billion check, I'd tear it to shred right in front of their faces, in front of their moms. I wouldn't even take a piece of candy from them. I wouldn't take a light to my cigarette from them if I was without a lighter. Like, nobody wants them in our lives. Like, they force themselves, for me anyways, like, I want nothing to do with them. I just want to be left alone. And they get upset when I speak freely. When I don't like them and don't like, when I talk, they start getting upset and start hitting me. Like, they're trying to put me back to sleep too. That the big dude that's like over all this does all this psychological bullshit on my brain. Like, they're trying to destroy my consciousness, trying to, you know, deplete my energy and manipulate emotions. I mean, they're doing the most on me, and they're not allowed to do this. They're forcing on free will. They're not allowed to do this. And especially if these guys come from another country, they have no rights to me whatsoever. Like, zero, none, zilch. They have no rights to me whatsoever. They have not one fragment of a say-so on me whatsoever. None. This is murder. Manslaughter. I didn't ask for this. They act like I asked for it. I didn't ask for it. Yeah, they try the depressed thing on me. It doesn't work. I've never been depressed before in my life. But they force that frequency where it's like, boom. And it's just like you go down, you're like, like you don't, I don't know that. You know, I've always felt like sunshine and love. And they don't want me to feel that way because it disrupts their every state of being. They literally have nothing. Yeah. Like right now, they're hitting me with a deal in the center of my body, my back shoulder, and it feels like a knife is being driven into the upper part of my back. Like it's ridiculous. And whoever's doing this to me just wants to be able to get away with whatever they want. These individuals have no say-so over me whatsoever, like none. Just has nothing to do with them at all. And sometimes I feel like I've just been left. Like whoever put me in here, I honestly, they're fully responsible for what's being done. And they have no rights to me, and they had no right. And they should be held accountable for what's been done. You had no right to, you know, do what you did and continue to do and make excuses to justify. You know, it's just like I said, you might think it's funny, but it's in all seriousness, my energy and who I am. It's like a bully, some egotistical scumbag walking up to a female deer, kicking her and saying, you know, get up. I'm not going to be held accountable for their BS. Like, this is not mine. You know, if you need energy, you need to go meditate, go ground yourself, go sit out in the sun or something. I don't know. They're disgusting. The same people who eat kids and stuff. It's just like so gross. No, it's not natural pain. No, it's not natural, and it's not mine. It's fallen technology. It's stolen technology. It's stolen. They want to act like gods. And they want to act like they're smarter. If you were smarter, you wouldn't need to be here, if you catch my drift. I do too, home slice, because of the targeting. I do too. I actually got one of those. I don't do vapes, but I got an e-pen or an e-cig. I'm sorry. The blues to help cut that. But when I make this trip to Florida and make that move, I'm hoping by the end of the month or the first week of February, I'm letting everything go, including cigarettes. I'm leaving it all behind. I want to let go of this completely and just move in a higher direction, a better direction, to get rid of most of the stuff that they're doing to me, because it's just getting out of control. And I don't want to be sitting, you know, on my ass just wallowing in their filth and, you know, smoking cigarettes. Like, I'm so tired of doing the same routine. And I think that's why it becomes kind of like a Groundhog's Day, is because they disconnect you from the connection of, oh, this is happiness and fun, yay. They're like, no, everything's bad. And you're like right now, I'm headed to the store to go shopping real quick, buy me a new pair of pants. And they're gonna deplete the joy of that. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, these guys won't listen at all. Like, they're forcing, like, this one, I don't know. Like, they're so obsessed. Like, they're literally trying to force on free will, and then they use this chauvinistic behavior. Like, that's supposed to do something for me. Like, that doesn't make this okay. Like, they're so fucking stupid. Like, it's so sad. These are not, to me, in my book, they're not men. These are cowards. A real man is supposed to protect a woman, not narcissistically tear her down to pieces. These are the biggest cowards I've ever met in my life. And they try to use big names like that excuses being a terrorist. Like, try using those terms in the court of law. Like, you know, and if you know, and if all it's doing is giving these retards like Mercedes Benz and Teslas and stuff like that, this is ridiculous. It's not even worth it. God, it's so cold. Yeah. Like, they just want to be a part of everything, and, they're a part of nothing. This has nothing to do with them. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. Sorry, it's kind of a boring video. It's just been a really rough day for me, as usual. I'm so ready for good days. Tired of the rough days. All right, you guys, I'm probably gonna get off here. It's getting kind of late for me. I gotta run some errands and take care of a few things, but I'll probably be back on here later. I hope you guys are doing okay. But I'll try to leave the chat on as long as I can. But I love you guys. You guys stay strong on the battlefield. I'll be back on here later. Stay strong on the battlefield. Don't give up.